guy who had great stuff on the mound.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. I thought their hitters were exceptional. I mean, there's not only are they really good, they're playing really good. And you run into a buzzsaw like that in this tournament, and they can steamroll you, and they steamrolled us twice. That's just kind of how the game goes a little bit. You catch some hot guys, and they got it going.
You running thin a little bit on pitching there, because I know coming into the tournament you were saying your pitching was a little bit so-so. But they carried you up until this point. And, I mean, were they running on fumes at all, or were they?
No, I think we were fresh a little bit. McElraith our Corville had 4 days rest, so it's throwing on the 5th day. So that's a standard standard turn typically, and we really burned them out in the regional tournament. Is where we absolutely lathered them up, and they stepped up for us. I didn't think we pitched that poorly. I mean, the numbers don't indicate it, but I think that's a tribute to their offense and what their hitters did. And they didn't overswing; they stayed in the middle of the field. When they got pitches to drive, they did. You just kind of got to tip your cap to it, And what I'm proud of is we threw the ball over the plate. We didn't back off. We didn't get non-competitive. We didn't flinch. We threw our stuff in there, and it wasn't good enough. Well, that's all you can do. If you try to make stuff up, that's when you're going to get run out. No, you're good.
Overall experience in Grand Junction?
Oh, it's awesome. This is a great place. This is a great venue. As mentioned to somebody earlier, I had a chance to play in an NAIA World Series as a player. I coached in Omaha in 1999 when I was at Texas A&M, and I've been here twice. And they're all different, but this one is really special. It's really unique. It's so personable. It's so fan friendly, and the people of the community they just all are in. And you got kids at your practices, and that stuff doesn't happen in Omaha. Not that that's not a great event, so don't you dare say that. But Grand Junction is special, and what makes it special, just like anything else, is the people and the relationships, and it's just real, and it's a neat place.
With all your experience, have you ever seen a team light it up like Iowa Western has the last 3?
No, I sure haven't. Not 1 through 9. Not everybody buying into the approach. You and I had a conversation up in the stands. You asked me, how do you beat them? And you don't. And Coach Reardon, Mark made mention to it. Typically, the other team kind of messes the game up, and you and I had the conversation. They just don't make mistakes, and that's a tribute to the success that their program has had. There's a level of expectation when you walk in and you put a Reaver uniform on, and hopefully someday we can get to that point.
How much do you think their experience pay off in this type of atmosphere tournament?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's important. There's a level of expectation, and I think kids or people will live up to the expectations you set forth for them. And they have very high expectations and very high standards, and consequently they're able to live up to that. And I think the experience of being here and expecting to win here is important. I think our team came in with a different attitude this year. I thought we expected to win, anticipated winning, played to win. We got run out of the stadium twice, but I thought we competed well. I thought our kids played hard. We ran balls out. We played as hard as we could. It just wasn't good enough against Iowa Western.
Early whenever I spoke to some of the guys, they said that one of their approaches is that they're playing the game of baseball. They're not playing an opponent. We just heard Coach Reardon say that they were taking the same approach. Would you say that is something that hurt you guys tonight, or did they
hurt? I don't understand the question. I'm sorry.
Would you say that maybe Iowa Western got in your guys?
That they outplayed? No, they just outplayed us in the game. And that's what people don't understand that never played or didn't put a uniform on. They don't understand the principles of the game. And you really don't play an opponent. You're playing the game itself, and you have to execute the game at a high level. And they just out-executed us tonight. They pitched better. They hit better. They ran the bases better. We went first to third on a that's aggressive baseball, and that's So I didn't think we didn't play the game that well. I just thought their hitters were much more disciplined and stayed in their approach better than ours, and I thought their guy pitched a little bit better than ours. But the game itself dictates it. And when you're writing a story and you're trying to pick, and and that's the part that people don't understand, and that's the beauty of the game. You're actually just playing the game, and it's based on 90 feet. Anyway, I won't get into all that.
Will it be tough to say bye to these guys?
Yeah. I don't even want to go there. I don't want to be that guy that cried on TV. But yeah, it's just it's a special group of kids, and what they've done, for our institution and for our program. What the Chris Shaws and the Caleb Kodeckers and the Thomas, all the sophomores, the Daniel Vargas, all those kids, they're just great people. And if I had a business, I'd hire any of the 35 that were in our program this year because they're winners. They have great character. And, our program, our mantra is do what's right. So whatever it is, just do what's right. The guy came up to me after the game and he goes, "Hey man, great run. You guys are a class act. Hey, if you want to blow off going to the media, you can just get out of here." And I said, "Well, that wouldn't be what's right. That wouldn't be of character. And I'm not saying I have it all the time because I really didn't want to come up here and sit in front of you guys and answer questions. But it's the right thing to do, and it's a respect for the game. It's a respect for the event. It's a respect for our association. So I'm here."
Dave, how special though was this run for you guys, considering where you were at one point in the season?
I think it's really unbelievable. I think it's a story in and of itself. To be in last place for 5 weeks, to be 2-14, and I've heard it said that in today's culture, this millennial generation we're dealing with, and adjusting to the new generation, I think it's kind of silly. I think kids are kids, and I don't think they're any different. These guys aren't any different than I was when I was 18 years old. But what has happened is many times that we try to create a path for our child. And we try to create a path for them. So we remove all the obstacles, remove the adversity. And so what happens sometimes when they bump up against it, they don't know how to respond. Well, I didn't see that out of these 25 guys that were with us. I mean, we had adversity in our way the whole time, and they handled it and they approached it. And so, yeah, it's a special group. And what we did by getting here, I think, is a major accomplishment. That's what all the losers say, I guess. But to get here, to be in last place for 5 weeks, and for a guy to hand me a third-place trophy, yeah, I'm grinning. I think it's pretty cool.
How much do you think these guys will help your program moving forward?
Well, that's what you